I didn't know you could schedule tweets. Oh my god, we're live now. Okay, wait, I want to see what it looks like. This is
I
crazy.
don't know
Thank
why it
you.
doesn't let you schedule tweets from your phone, like from the app.
I didn't
I wish
even know
it
that
would.
was a thing. Oh, it popped up. This is so cool. Thank you so much for going live with me. Like, this
You're
is so,
welcome.
I don't know if anyone's gonna come, but at least
Either
we're
way,
on.
we're still switching. I think they will.
Oh, it says 2 is watching. Wait, are we the 2 though?
I don't think I count.
Okay.
No.
Okay. If you
There you
guys are
go.
watching,
Your
say
comments
hi.
are a little behind.
Okay. Okay, I want to see. This is so cool.
Hi guys, it's me again.
Oh, there's 3 people on here. What? What are you eating? Popcorn?
Mhm.
Okay, do you like your popcorn like salty or do you like it like sweet?
I like both. It depends on what mood I'm in for, but I
Okay.
will eat both.
I
Yeah.
don't like sweet popcorn at all. Like I can't have it at all.
You don't like kettle corn? Oh my
No,
gosh,
I don't like kettle corn. I don't like chocolate corn. I don't like any of that. Like it's gross. It's gross.
this is blasphemy.
I think it's because I don't like savory and sweet. Like I don't like that mix.
I love that mix. If I have something sweet, I need something salty. If I have something salty, I need. It's like I have to. Step one, step two.
Okay,
It
do you
goes in
let your
order.
food do you let your food touch?
I don't mind.
Mhm. I mean, I don't hate it, but like certain stuff. Like I don't want like my syrup and like my eggs or something like to touch.
It doesn't really bother me. I'm not one of like you seem like a picky kind of eater.
No, yeah, I'm low key a picky eater. I'm low key a picky eater. Oh, there's comments. I'm not seeing. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, I literally was not watching them. Okay, she said I clicked so fast. Kylie,
Are you gonna read this time, Eleni? Because I'm gonna drag you if you don't. I promise.
hi Sydney. She said, "Told you I'd be creeping." I like buttery popcorn. Yeah, me too. Like I love buttery, like super salty popcorn. Hey, it's 1 a.m. here, but I'm still up and ready to get some pages. Yes. What are you reading? Oh, I'm such a picky eater. I can be kind of a picky eater, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it.
I think there's just certain ingredients or like types of food that I don't like. But if it doesn't like if it's something that I eat, I don't care how you make it. It
Hmm.
just depends on like what it is that you're cooking that I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna eat that. I can let
Hmm.
you know that right now.
What are your things that like you just don't eat?
I'm not a red meat eater, so anything that and I don't like anything smothered, covered, or deep fried or refried. If my plate looks like a mess, I won't eat it. It has to be like neat, appealing looking. If it looks messy, I'm not. Mm-mm.
Hmm. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
It's
Germany.
dang 8:03. Wow. I'm reading Little Women. I want to read it, but I feel very scarred by classics because of high school. So I'm nervous.
What did you like any classics in high school?
No, I didn't really like most of the classics I read. Like,
Not like Great Gatsby, Jane Eyre,
I didn't like Great
Hamlet.
Gatsby. We didn't read Jane Eyre. I don't like. I read Frankenstein. Don't like Frankenstein. I read a lot in there in high school, and I didn't like it.
Some of my favorite classics I read in high school. I'm such a nerd.
No, I don't know why. I don't know. I just really didn't like it. Like, I don't know. I actually did like reading The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, but I hated our class conversation. I don't know. I didn't like most. Me and Sydney were talking about this. I hated what I read in high school. I kind of liked what's the book by what is his name? Oh, I'm blanking. He wrote Of Mice and Men. Um
I think I know what you're talking about, but don't get me to lying.
I can't remember, but he wrote a ton of books. Uh, John Steinbeck. John Steinbeck.
Did you
But
like that?
Of Mice and Men was pretty good. It's like yeah, they're all classics. It's like yeah, it was pretty good. But the one I actually liked was what was the name of The Grapes of Wrath? That was a very interesting book. It's just so long.
I've never even heard of that.
Really, it's like, oh, how do I describe it? It's complex. Like, it's really about like this family, but it's also like all the stories are kind of like plays on like the Bible. So like there's like, like a brother's story. Like, I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot going on with it. I'm all behind. Okay. I'm a vegetarian, and the only the holy vegetable I don't eat is tomatoes. The only vegetable. Yeah, I don't like tomatoes.
I like tomatoes, but in my dish. I don't like it like a solid tomato like on my burger or like just like sitting on top of my food. It has to be like incorporated like onions and garlic. Like I need it to be in the mix. Don't just stick it on top of my food. That and lettuce. I don't like big huge pieces of lettuce on my burgers. I'm weird.
I actually like, okay, so I don't really like just plain like tomatoes and stuff right in it. I'll put it on there and then I always take it out. But I like my burgers like protein style, so they're all lettuce wrapped. So there's no bun, it's just lettuce.
I could never get jiggy with that. But you know what? I pick all the bread off my burger. I don't know why I just want to put it in lettuce. But
no, that's why. Like that's why I like it, because I always take the bread off. But like I like that the burger is like juicy. So like the lettuce like has the water in it. So it's good.
You're gonna not read again for the third time in a row. We love that for you. We love it.
You were on Lainey's case last night. Oh my gosh.
It's like she refuses to read. In the book
prove her wrong. Read 10 books tonight. Prove her wrong. I'm currently reading A Duke by Default by Alyssa Cole. Oh, I wanted to read that. And Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. And I don't know which one to pick up right now. I don't know.
Switch back and forth.
Yes. Good plan. Good plan. Oh, I'm so behind. Okay, wait. Okay. I'm a total nerd. Like, me too, though.
Welcome to the party.
Classics. Yeah, me and Sydney this is like one of our first conversations was talking about classics.
This hurts me. This really hurts me.
I had a bad English teacher and I hated being read aloud to, which is how we read the classics, so it put me off them. Yeah, me too.
Your teacher read to you? My teacher was like, read 200 pages by Tuesday, Monday morning, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm like...
Sometimes they do that, but sometimes they would make us like read in class and then assign stuff later on. Yep. Yeah, it was Steinbeck. Hey! For this reading sprint, I'm finishing Mistborn and I've already sobbed twice. Oh my gosh.
I need to read Mistborn so bad.
Me too.
Hold me to that.
Me too. We should do it together. Wait, okay, so Mistborn, is that the first book or is that like the third in the...
I think Mistborn is a series. That's the name of the whole series.
The whole series. Okay.
I think it is. I've always heard the Mistborn series, so I'm not sure.
Okay. So I take it you're liking it. Yeah, are you liking it? I'm on a train and gonna take a nap in a minute, but I just wanted to pop and say hi. I love y'all. Have an amazing day. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm liking it except for the part where Brandon Sanderson ripped my heart out. Also, Maya Monae, you two are so entertaining. I'm living for this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, nap well. I'm gonna read Somewhere Only We Know. What is that about?
It's like a thriller. It sounds like a thriller. You know, like you can hear certain titles of a book and you're like, that's a romance or that's a rom-com. Mm-hmm. It's just certain titles just put you in like a certain category.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a video. That video idea.
Video.
You see it happen right here, guys.
Put it in the notes. Put it in the notes. I love certain classics and my picture of Dorian Gray, but like I hated Catcher in the Rye.
So you know a classic that everybody read that I've never read before? I feel like everybody read To Kill a Mockingbird. I never got a chance to read that.
Me either. But I want to do it. It's only like an hour audiobook.
It's really short?
I think so. At least this one on Scribd. You know what? Sometimes Scribd, I don't know about Scribd sometimes.
It'd be lying.
Because, yeah, like when I looked on Scribd, it was only like an hour. Is that right? And for the people that have read that, should it be an hour? I thought that book was long, or like
I
a
don't know
normal.
what that book's about. Except racism. That's all I got.
I feel like I need to read it because everybody's read it. But like, do I have a deep desire? No, absolutely not. The first book is Final Empire, but some copies of the book are returned as Mistborn, even though that is the series name.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You know what? I thought this was a completely different series. I was thinking of the court. What is the Mist of Court and Fury or something like that?
Oh no, that is completely different.
I was thinking. I was thinking of that one.
That's a
Oh my
whole
god,
different
everyone's gonna
author
drag
and
me. I'm
everything.
sorry. I was thinking of that.
You want to do our first sprint in like 4 minutes?
Okay, yeah. Here, I'll put
Yeah.
a thing on, so I'll remind myself. Okay. Um, a K-pop star. It's a YA rom-com. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I have never read To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, same. I have not read it.
Every classic I read in school I loved except Brave New World. That book made me want to do some things, burn it in a fire. It was
Really?
that bad. Yes.
Let
And
me
I tried to reread it and I hated it with the same ferocious passion that I originally had for it.
I definitely did. I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened. Everybody's gonna drag me. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up on like all the popular books and like
It's so hard in the book community because there's so many books and it's like you feel like everybody's read this one book except you and you're like, okay, I'm behind. I need to.
right, but with like 300 books, like there's so many. I feel like it's because I'll read like some popular books, but most of the books I read are like not most, but a lot of them are like just random books I found that no one's talking about sometimes. To Kill a Mockingbird is one of my favorite classics. It's a shorter novel for sure. Not sure it's only an hour audiobook, but it's definitely shorter. Yeah, I don't know why it said an hour on script. Sometimes like the times are weird. I don't know. Like the editions of the books are weird. I gotta gift you guys the Mistborn series, honestly, so you can feel my pain. Oh my gosh, Sydney's so sweet. I will read it, even though I'm sorry I got it mixed up with the other series. That's crazy. I'm sorry. That's wild. I don't know. I don't know
I
how that
want
happened.
to read it. It's my type of book. Like it's big and it has fantasy and like it's that's my thing. But have I
Mhm.
read it? No. So
I think that Assassin's Apprentice has definitely shown me that I think I like fantasy. I have a feeling I like fantasy, but I need to like really get into more stuff to decide.
yeah.
I don't know. I think I like a lot of stuff, but also who knows? I'm just getting to a lot of booktube faves and so many I'd never even heard of before joining the community, so don't feel too bad. Well, yeah, same.
I
So
don't feel too left out. I will read a book with my whole chest 10 years later and be excited in my video. Be really excited.
right.
I promise you I will. And I will not feel left behind. That's just my thing.
Have you seen that video that Books and Lala did when she was like, I don't know, she was talking about her, I can't remember the name of the video, but she was talking about like her time on BookTube and how like for like 2 3 years she was just reading all the BookTube videos from like the years behind. And I'm like, this is
Just
me. Like
trying to catch up.
yes. It's like the first 3 years she was just reading the books from the years in the past and then she finally got up.
Okay, I think we can set up for our first sprint.
Okay. So let me okay.
I'm gonna do Assassin's Apprentice before Aaron kills me.
Yes, do it. Do it and tell me what you think. That's perfect. Please tell me what you think. I'm excited. Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Me too. Okay.
I think I'm confused. I think it jumped characters at one point in the beginning.
Um, I don't
I'm
know. What are you on now? What page are you on?
23.
I don't know. It
Because
should have
in the
jumped.
beginning, I felt like it was a guy sitting at a table writing a story, and then I jumped to a kid named Fritz or Fed
Oh,
or something like that.
yes.
Okay, because I was like, this just became two different people.
I forgot. I forgot that. Just keep reading.
Okay,
I
all
got
right.
to I got to page 20. So I was listening to it on the audiobook and then
Hmm.
it got so intense that I had to turn it off because it wasn't reading fast enough. It just got like so real.
How fast do you read your or listen to your audiobooks?
I'll start it at like maybe like 1.15 or whatever, and then I'll go to like 1.5 and then I'm at like 2. So I was at like 2 right now and I was like, oh, it's not going fast enough. I gotta go.
On Audible, you can go up to like 4x, I think.
Really?
Hmm. And I normally listen at like between I start at 1.8 and I can go up to like 2.6 if
Really?
I'm literally just listening to it and I'm not doing anything else, then I can listen at like 2.6.
Yeah, I definitely needed 2.6 for this. This is like crazy. It might be too much for me. I'm scared. Like
It's
it's so much going on. Oh my god.
in the beginning. You just started it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's already a lot going on.
Pray for us
It was
both
fun
because
at
I'm like,
first too.
I don't know what's happening in this book. I think
I'm
there's a boy who's like a bastard who's like sleeping with animals, and I'm like, why is he in
no,
a barn? If he in a
no.
barn, I think he's in a barn.
I start I start listening on 2.5 and work up to, oh my god, you start at 2.5. How do you start at 2.5? I can do it if I'm like reading along, like on because I'm like on my Kindle reading along, but like
Hmm.
not just sitting there because then I just zone out.
I focus that way.
It's fun. Same. How you focus? So you just like sit and like listen to how fast it's going.
If I'm like washing dishes or something, I put it on like 2.4,
Mm-hmm.
2.2, because I'm just doing something. But if I'm like laying in my bed, then I can put it on like almost 3x. I don't think I've ever tried 3x. I've gotten up to 2.8 and 2.9. Maybe I'll try 3. I feel like I can handle it.
I want 3 for like stuff like this, like stuff that feels kind of like a thriller, like that gets your heart racing. But I don't
Hmm.
Oh wait, 2.5, nope, right? Like like starting there? What? Oh my gosh. I managed 17 pages and a Duke by default, and it's so damn good. I want to read it so bad.
You're gonna get her all hyped. She's gonna push it to the top of her TBR, like as if she
No,
has room.
no, for real. My TBR is so long. It's your fault. It's between
My
you
TBR is
and
long. It's getting out of hand.
it's definitely out of hand for for sure. 1.5 and then to 2.5 maybe. Right. Like
1.5 feels like a whisper. Like it's not doing it for me. It's slow.
it is slow, but I don't know. Like I like starting there because then I can get into the story and then I'm like, all right, I'm in. Usually audiobooks I listen to are rereads. Huh? Oh, okay.
So
That
did you see the new cover for Chain of Iron that's been going around on Twitter? Because she has Chain of Gold in her profile pic. And I want to know what she thinks about the brand new cover because people were saying that it was ugly today on Twitter.
what do you think?
I think it looks like this one. They just changed the colors and the position. You know, like when you're on like a phone editing app for your picture, and they're like, "Do you want to flip it?" And it's like you're either on the right or the left. I think they just flipped it and changed the color. It looks like the exact same thing.
Oh my
So I
gosh.
was like, "Where's the creativity with this? None."
Have you read any listicle? Because I read A Princess in Theory last month, and now I need to read all of her books ASAP. No, I haven't read any of her books, but I've heard a lot of people talking about them. Have you?
I haven't heard of any of these or her books. I'm
Um,
gonna lie.
I think I can't remember who was reading. I feel like it might have been Chelsea Darling Reads that was reading one of her books, and that's how I found out about her. Maybe. She said yes.
So you did see it.
I read 30 pages and now I'm 20 pages, so I finished the final Empire. And let me say, I'm stressed. I would not
You're
even. I'd be
making me
typing
want
right
to
now.
read. I think I want to read this. How much are the books? Can I get them on thrift books? Because that's going to be the deciding factor.
Books. See, I literally read all my books on Overdrive or Scribd. That's it. So they're all like library books. And then once I decide I like them, then I'm like, okay, I'll buy it.
Okay, then you buy them.
Then I'll buy them. I mean, the moths, I don't know, cheap.
They did put a big old moth. I was like, is that a bee? It's like a bug on the book.
She said they flipped it.
That's what I think. I think they flipped it and made her hair brown instead of red.
The last part of the final Empire is so good. Okay, you guys are hyping it. Like I feel like I need to get into it now. What is it
I'm
about?
already starting the Farseer trilogy, but after I finish that series and all the other series, I'm gonna read the Mistborn.
So many trilogies. Oh my gosh. I found out about them from Zoe over at Zoe's All Book. She did a dramatic reading of the synopsis in our TBR, and I was sold. I read her.
Okay.
I mean, I watch her. Why did I say I read her?
A good book recommendation. I like it.
I recommend getting the box set because it's cheaper to get all three together than the three separate. It's literally $20 cheaper. I think I paid $27 for all three. That's really, really good for all
But
three books.
on Amazon or like where was it?
Yeah. Facts. That's what I do. I only buy books I know I like. Right. Everybody thinks I'm weird because of that. Because I just want to stare at the stuff I know I like.
So here's my thing, right? If it's a fantasy book or fantasy series, I buy it because I trust my taste in fantasy series. But
Mhm.
like with the cute little books like Black Girl Unlimited, Slay, You Should See Me in a Crown, like those kind of books, I normally just listen to on like audio, and I only buy those if I love them. Or like
Mhm.
nonfiction books, I only buy if I love. So I think fantasy is the only one where I like risk the biscuit because I'm gonna buy it regardless. Everything else, I'm like, okay, I don't know yet. We'll see.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know my reading taste at all. Like I don't know. I feel like I read a good enough amount of books to understand what my reading. No idea. I still don't know.
I don't think I know my taste. I know a trope. Like if you tell me the synopsis and like there's a certain trope in there, I'm like, okay, no, I'm not. Like lovers or hate to love tropes, I'm like always wishy washy on it because I'm like, I'm not sure. I don't know if
Mhm.
I'm gonna like that because I feel like they
Really?
never really develop the relationship all the way.
I like the. I think I like hate to. I think I like hate to love. I like the fake marriage or fake or like arranged marriage or
Or
like
like
fake
like a fake
dating.
relationship. I
Yes,
think I could do
I
that.
love that. That's what the bride test is. That's what I mean not the bride test. The kiss quotient that they were talking about yesterday.
Oh, it's like a fake relationship.
Yeah, it's long though. It's long. I would have to call you to tell you about this book. Yes, call me and tell me. Tell me about it. They're on Libby for me, but only the 24-hour audiobooks are available at the moment. For the
Mistborn or are we talking about Mistborn? The
I
Final
think
Empire, right? That's a
yes,
Mistborn book.
yes, I think so. I love like Overdrive and Libby, like they save me.
I don't have Overdrive. I only have Libby.
It's like the same thing. I think that I don't know. I think Overdrive was first and then Libby was made, but yeah. I love the kiss quotient. I loved it too. I thought it was really cute, but I understand like the criticism that people have with it, like about the author and stuff, like the whole controversy.
There's controversy around the author.
Yes, because the main character is She's on the spectrum. She's autistic. And the author, okay, I don't know if this is complete. The author isn't autistic, but I'm pretty sure she wrote the book because her son is. So she was like, I understand the experience. And people were like, but you don't though. So like that, I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure that was like the controversy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was
I don't know how I feel about that.
No, yeah, I didn't realize till after I had already read the book, and I was like, because I don't try to read. I don't want to know anything about. Well, not I want to know the synopsis, but I don't want to know like too much about the book because I'm scared I'm gonna get spoiled. So then I found out, and I was like, oh, okay, well that's a little problematic.
Right, that's great.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Miss Born Without Spoilers, hardcore parkour, badass thieves, heist, naive girl becomes total badass, overthrowing government. Done. I'm ready. Yep. Let's go. Coolest
that's where you get
government. If you give me rebellion, I'm in.
I love a good heist trope, like Six of Crows, Cricket King, anything with a heist, like even TV shows that involve a heist. I'm sold. I'm definitely gonna watch it. I love a good heist.
See, I haven't,
especially when it's people that you don't think is gonna be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love that.
I haven't read Six of Crows or Cricket Kingdom. I feel like I've read nothing. Like I need to get on it so I can have some opinions about these things. I can't hear you.
Oh Jesus, I'm sorry. I said I really enjoyed Six of Crows. I hope that they do it right. Because like it's gonna be a Netflix show, so I'm hoping that they do it good.
They never do it good. Well, people said To All the Boys I Loved before. They said that was pretty good, I think.
I watched the movie, but I didn't read the book. But I did enjoy the movie. And then also with Love Victor, I watched the movie, but I don't think I didn't read the book, so I can't really judge. But I think those stories are cute.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it's a lot like Six of Crows, but different in its own way. It's so good.
I'm sold. I'm definitely sold.
I feel like I really like the overthrowing government and the cool like magical element. The rest I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm into.
You'll find out when you read it.
Yeah, I gotta figure out when I'm gonna read it because I have like a billion books. There was a thing that happened in the last 1/4 of the Final Empire that had me crying and almost made me not want to pick up the next one. What is it? No, don't tell me.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous now. I cried at the end of Cricket Kingdom because I was really sad.
Are you gonna get Black Girl Unlimited? Are you gonna buy it?
I am gonna buy that one.
Me too.
Yes. It's going on my shelf at the top.
So beautiful. It's such a pretty cover. Y'all might like the Leverage show than modern day Robin Hood Con Men, and it's really good.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, is it on Netflix? Or is it on Hulu?
I need this to be on a streaming service.
Magical element involves the metals, reminds me of Avatar The Last Airbender bending.
And Toph is my favorite character. Look at that.
Okay. I feel sold. But it's not that hard. I have never seen it. I'm so sorry. I haven't seen it, I haven't read it.
You have to watch Avatar. You have to clear your schedule. You have to make
how many days do I need?
Like 4.
Okay, that's not that bad. What is it on? Is it on Netflix though?
Yeah, they have all. It's only 3 seasons on Netflix, and each season has like 20 episodes. It's 30 minutes each. So,
I can do that. Okay.
Yes.
I'll catch up. That's not bad. Amazon Prime free with ads. It came out around 2012, so tiny but dated, but still good. Okay, I have Amazon Prime. I never watch anything with my Amazon Prime though.
Me either. And they have good movies and shows on there, but I just never explore it.
Well, I have Black Girl Unlimited on my Kindle. It was on a deal and I snatched it up. Yes.
Have you read it? You have to read it.
Have you read it? If you haven't, read it right now. Like, just forget the other book. Read it. Read it right now.
Read it right now.
Right now? And give us your thoughts. Maya, now we have to live stream you watching Avatar. How do I do that?
How
do we do it? Do we do it in like sprints like this?
You open a tab and you pop Netflix over here, and it's like you and Netflix because you have to watch Avatar. It is the best show ever.
I will do. I don't mind. Like I'll watch it. What if I hate it though? Is everyone gonna drag me if I hate it?
I think they will because how can you hate it? I
I'm
will be
not
trolling
a
in the
good
comments.
I'm not a good TV person. Like I can only stay like locked in for so long and then I'm over it. Just ignore one of the main characters. The actor is a creep, but he's in the reboot, so I pretend his character wasn't there. Okay.
I do that. I pretend the last season of Game of Thrones doesn't exist. I pretend that the show ended abruptly and I never got a conclusion.
I haven't watched that either.
The last season didn't happen. It no.
Oh my gosh. I heard so many bad things, but I've been wanting to watch it and now I finally have the little HBO that comes with, Spotify and Hulu, so I can watch it now.
Well, watch season 1 through 5. I think each season has 10 episodes, so it's
Mhm.
actually really quick to get through them. But that last one is optional.
Is it really that bad?
It's horrible. It is
They just
absolutely
kill
horrible.
everyone? Like, why is it so
I
bad?
think they're definitely going down in history as like the worst TV wrap up ever. Like the worst, absolute worst. Nobody asked for that ending. It didn't make anybody happy. You know, like some people be like, "Oh, I want this character to be successful," or "I want this." Nobody wanted this. Nobody asked for it.
Jeez. Ah. Is it kind of okay? Okay, so are you gonna read the isn't he like releasing like two more
Hmm
books? Are you gonna read them?
I will read his books because it's not his fault that HBO did that with the show.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read all the books, but I know that the ending in the book is different from the show. I feel like if they were to bring back the show, I probably no because you had your shot and you ruined it. So no.
Oh my gosh. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. I just bought it the other day. Read it. It is so like magical. I don't know how like
I read it in one day, one beautiful magical day.
it was so good. If I had anything that I would want, like if I could just add anything to it, I would just add a little bit more of like the magical element to it. Like I just want like a sprinkle more, you know? I
Yeah,
just like a tad, like it just a little, you know? Okay, I feel like
I
we
think
could
it would be a cute film.
let me think about it. I feel like I feel like it would be a really hard film to make
Mm.
because of the scenes. You know what I mean? What do you think?
I like the whole idea of like time stopping and like her still. I don't know. I just envisioned it in my head really well. And I was like, I could see this. I could see this happening. But it would be one of those movies that kind of like evoke a lot of emotion.
Mhm.
So I'm not
I
sure.
wonder who would have to do it. I don't know. It couldn't be like a it would have to be a really good like producer to make it. I don't know. I feel like I could see it, but I feel like it would be kind of hard to do. But it could be good. I would want it to be a movie though.
If
I
they
wouldn't
do it
want it
right.
to be a series. Yeah, if they
Yeah,
do it
no,
right.
not a series.
I wonder if it'll happen.
No.
I do need to pick up an ebook right now because I had to shut the lights off. So you guys are really succeeding with yes, yes. Read it, read
We're
it,
gonna
read
start
it.
our next sprint and we'll check back with you in 20. Hope to hear great things.
Yes. Okay, I'll start it right now, and then yes, we'll get your views. Okay, I'm not ready to go back into this book. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I was into it just now. I didn't even realize the timer was up.
Me too. I got to 39. What'd you get
Let me
to?
see what page I'm on. 39 exactly.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? Like, how are you feeling?
It's a little everywhere right now. I realized that I didn't read the synopsis for this book, so I have no idea if it's even a fantasy. I have no idea what this book is about, so I'm confused.
It's a fantasy, but it's not like it's like, how do I describe it? Like it's kind of like slower. Like I kind of told you, like you're gonna fall in love with the characters, and then the plot will thicken.
Okay. Also, why doesn't he have a name? Where's his mother? I have so many questions.
Okay, so so where are you at? Tell me where you're at.
Some girl was about to get beat, and then her daddy just kind of fell
Oh,
over.
so so like in the beginning, the grandpa dropped him off, and
Right.
the mom is like where's my babe? Like no, don't do this, right? But the grandpa like just like that's his mom. Like she just
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
It's good. Okay, you're at that part. That's such a wholesome part of the book. Like
Is it? Because I don't feel really invested, but we'll see.
you'll get
We'll
in,
see.
you'll get invested in about like you'll feel yourself like you're kind of like somewhat interested in the story right now, but maybe like 30, 40 more pages in, like stuff just starts to pick up. Well, okay,
Okay.
not pick up. It's more like you just get more invested in the characters. You learn them more.
I got patience. I got patience.
You gotta like at least read this first book and then we'll see.
Okay.
I feel bad for laughing now because it didn't continue to be funny. That line just caught me off guard. I don't remember what that was. It was a while ago.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Ooh, this is so good. I'm only 19 pages in, but the writing is downright magical. Yeah,
It is chef kiss perfection.
it is so
You're gonna love it.
good. I'm so happy. Like when I first started reading it, I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on.
Like there's so many aspects of that book that like I just need to do a live show to just talk about Black Girl Unlimited because there is so much to dissect from this book
Yes,
that it's a lot. Maybe I'll do that one of
do
these
it,
days.
do it,
I
do it,
think
do
for
it.
the next sprint, I'm gonna try to get into this massive little thing here for a couple pages.
Yes.
We'll see.
I need to start reading the second book, Royal Assassin, too. I think I'm gonna end up finishing this tonight. Like this book,
It's
it,
really good.
it's so good. It's
I
like
feel like you just started. I love a book that captures you from the beginning.
yeah, like the beginning was like funny, and then it was like boom, pow, pow. Then it was like okay, like it was too scary, and then it was like okay, calm down a bit. So now where are we? What are we doing? Where are we going? Who are we? That's where we're at now. And it's good. I'll tell you what it is after, because for everyone that doesn't know, I'm doing a secret TBR read, so you guys have to wait for the video. But Monae, I'll tell you in our group chat what book it was. It's good.
How many pages is it?
Let's see. It's only 342, so I'm
Oh,
12% in. Yeah, I got into it. I was nervous though. Like I was like, oh, that sounds like I don't want to get back into it because it was intense. I didn't know if I could take it. It was too much going
that's
on.
how I feel about the Monday's Not Coming book. I'm like, I don't know if I can read it. It just seems so hard hitting.
I can't read
I'm
that. I've
nervous.
already decided. I just know like for thrillers are already like really difficult for me because I'm a scaredy cat. Like I cannot.
I am. I can't do anything horror, anything suspenseful. I get like scared and nervous. I can't.
But then I like those books that also like suck you in right in the beginning, like page turners, and that's what thrillers are. It is definitely confusing because there's just so much going on, but I feel like as I go, it'll start to click. I'm just in love with the writing style. Yeah, no, it will.
The wizard aspect in the beginning took a while for me to understand. Yeah, I will say that. Like the wizard aspect started to make more sense later.
I completely agree. Yeah, like, yeah. Man, I just want to know what the book you're reading is. I'm ready for you guys to watch this video. If this is already going so well. Okay, these are my guesses. I think that out of all the books I'm gonna read, I think that I'm gonna like 3 of them, and then one I think is just gonna be okay.
And you think this is one of the 3 you're gonna like?
Yeah, but I knew because that synopsis, like, you know, a book is gonna probably be good if that synopsis is short. Like, if it's super short, you don't know
Then
what
it's like
you're in for.
I don't like a synopsis that gives away too much information. Like, let me guess.
Yeah. No, for real. I feel like a lot of books do that. Like, I even feel like Assassin's Apprentice gives a lot for a synopsis.
Good thing I didn't read it. I don't know what to expect in this book. I
It's
don't know
not
what's gonna happen.
it's not that much, but like I feel like it could have been like 5 lines. Like most synopsis could be like no more than 7 lines. Like, and we're done. Summary, please. Monday's not coming, it hurts. I've heard. I
I feel like I can feel the pain already. I really want to read it, but I don't know if I want to experience it. You know? I feel like that's where I am. I'm not in the mental or emotional state to handle such a hard book. But I would love to support the author if she has any other books. I want to show her some love. I just don't know if I can read that one.
It's a no for me, dog. Ain't no way. Like, I already know, like, I'm such a scaredy cat. I don't want to watch or read things about Black people kidnapped, oppressed, dying. Like, I got that all in my real life. I'm sure. Like, I don't want to read it. I don't want to watch
The
it.
last book I read like that was like middle school. I read A Boy Called It or A Child Called It, and that I read that like 10, 12 years ago. So I'm not like I can't do books like that. One a decade. I could do
Well,
one every decade.
one a century. I'm done. One a lifetime. On to book 2 of the Mistborn series for me. God damn, that was a great ending. Yes, I'm glad
You are hyping me up for this book.
I'm like, am I gonna just read it? Like, it feels like I'm just gonna read it next week. That's what I've been doing.
I'm gonna try to find the box set if I can. It's gonna sit really pretty on my shelf until I get around to it.
It took me a while to get invested in Royal Assassin, but once I was invested in those characters, I was invested. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I feel extremely invested in like I love Burrich. I have thoughts about him. I love, obviously, you know, Fitz. Fitz is just the baby. Like, you just so much. So I like the characters. I do. If you read, you guys have to live tweet me the reactions. I'm down, but I don't want to spoil it for other people because I was gonna live tweet the last 100 pages of Assassin's Apprentice. But like,
I suck at spoilers. Like, I don't feel like I give away too much information in my books, but I would never put spoiler free on my books, on my videos, because it would just be a lie. Like, I give you enough to know what you're going into. So I don't know. It depends on what your definition of spoiler is.
Yeah. I don't, what's your definition of spoiler?
Like, literally giving away the plot. Like, to me, that's a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
But like just describing to me the situation or like, you know, like the atmosphere in the book, I don't consider that a spoiler, but some people do.
Yeah, I don't consider that a spoiler either. I made it up to page 50 and I'm liking it, but I'm so sleepy, so I'm gonna go. Have fun, y'all. Thanks for your live. Bye. Thanks for coming on. Oops, I just hit my computer. But okay, so I've read 2 thrillers. I've read The Turn of the Key. No, yes, The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. Is that what it's called?
I think so.
The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. That was like pretty good. It was like, yeah, it was like all right. And then, well, not all right. It was pretty good. And then I read No Exit. That was so intense.
What is that about?
It's about this college student who gets stuck at this like diner in a snowstorm. And so when she's like she's trying to like, get phone access. She sees a child locked in a cage in one of the like in a truck. And so she's trying to figure out who in the diner is the one that has the child locked. 5 stars. I read it so quickly. I was like stressing out. It's one of the
Over
best.
who has the kid in the car. I don't know if I can do a thriller. I want to though. I
I
want to.
don't know why I put myself through it, but I am so glad I did. It felt like a movie. Like I'm telling you, it was like a movie. Like you could just see it. I was like, oh my God. Like I felt like I was there, but like I was so glad I wasn't there. Like it was just, I recommend it. I would say dip your toes in that one. But also like it's intense.
If you can read that, then you can read Monday's Not Coming.
But Monday's Not Coming feels like me.
Oh, because it's a black girl.
It's a black girl and like, so many of us are going missing and I just cannot. I don't want to read about it. It's so scary.
Maybe not in this climate that we're in right now.
Maybe never. I don't think I can do it. I really don't think I'm cut like that. I keep saying I really like thrillers, but then I haven't really loved one in ages. Yeah, I feel like the more thrillers you read, the harder it probably gets to like them because it's the same kind of, tropes and stuff, the same, all, continuously.
I have not read a thriller in years. I
Mhm.
can't even. I'm a fantasy whore. I
Okay,
really am.
what are your top 5 favorite fantasy books I like need to read?
Strange the Dreamer,
Obviously.
of course. The fifth season. I'm going to say you can pick between Crescent City and Ninth House,
Hmm.
depending on which trope sounds like more interesting to you, and
Okay.
then Jade City. I feel like if you're someone that doesn't know if they like fantasy, or like if you don't want to jump into the pool of fantasy, Jade
Hmm.
City and Jade War is like the perfect toe dipper. Like
Okay.
that is, if you're starting fantasy, I would say start with Jade City
Okay.
because I finished that book today and I could spend hours just talking about that book. It is absolutely amazing. It has like politics in there, it has a little bit of fantasy in there. It's a lot of world building, but like in such a good way that it's beautiful. Like we follow so many characters, but you never ever feel overwhelmed. And like
Hmm.
they're all progressing and they're all growing. And then like you're like, dang, a few chapters ago, this person was just so immature, and now look at them now. They're all grown, and you just feel proud. And
Hmm.
I really like that.
Okay, you're convinced. Honestly, all you have to say is politics or power, rebellion, and I'm in. Any of those 3 words, and I'm in.
You will absolutely love the politics in Jade City and Jade War, and then the war that they're having between two clans. Some of it is physical, and some of it is political, and then
Mhm.
there's international aspects too. So it's not just it's two clans that are in a community, but they kind of really control this community, and they control like a lot of the politics of it. And there's international people that want to do business with them. So now
Mhm.
the international people are invested to see who's going to win this between the two clans, and they're like everybody in the world sees them as barbaric and gory and bloody, and that
Mhm.
is who they are. But then they're like, okay, we're center stage now, and we can't just keep fighting how we're used to because now the world is watching. So now we have to play in like a different ball court, and I really really love that about Jade War, because you think it's just gonna be bodies dropping, and bodies do drop, but the real battle is in those meetings.
Okay, I will read it. I trust your recommendations,
it
so
is it
I
is
will read
perfect.
it.
And
I
then I feel
feel,
like the fantasy aspect you can really understand because Jade enhances their ability. So it's a lot of martial arts. So they're not like pulling magical realms out of nowhere. They're just fighting better, like some of the better like what is it called? Like when you're fighting like Asian style, like karate and stuff like that. Just
mhm.
think of it as like an enhancement, like karate on steroids. So it's easy to
Okay.
understand.
Okay. She said fantasy is the superior genre.
It really is. It really is.
I I have to I have to get into fantasy so I can figure it out. Strange the Dreamer had the most amazing atmospheric writing of any fantasy I've read. I
It is amazing.
love atmospheric books because even if even if I don't like the plot, if a book has like such a good atmosphere, I'll be thinking about it for weeks.
No, if you're an atmosphere reader, you're going to love Strange the Dreamer. I'm telling
Really?
you. It is perfection. It is fives across the board. The characters, the world buildings, the atmospheres. It's literally like reading a dream. It's literally reading a dream. And then book two, The Muse of Nightmares, is
Mhm.
literally nightmares. Like I really love how the author just flipped it. And you're like, wow, this was so perfect earlier. This was everything I wanted it to be earlier, and then the dream turns dark. Okay?
I'm down. I love like atmospheric books. I feel like you're not spamming our chat.
Talk
No.
to us.
Yes, yes. I feel like one of the best like atmospheric books was The Summer of Salt. That was a pretty well the plot, yeah, but the atmosphere like is so good because it's like okay, so if you like beach island kind of like I don't know, like beach small island city town thing,
Uh-huh.
you'll like it. I don't know, I just loved it. I just loved the atmosphere.
I'm mailing you Strange the Dreamer. You have to read it this month. You have to. Put it at the top of your TBR.
I'm down. I am down. I am down to read it. My TBR is so long. I don't know what to do. And then I don't really ever do monthly TBRs. So like so far, okay, so I have to get through these 4 books and then I'm doing my 24-hour challenge, which is like 16 books. I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Good luck.
And then we have Reading Rush, which I have to do Reading Rush.
This is a busy month.
I know. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I
But
have like 7 series I need to start, but I'm like, I can't start all 7. And I still need to finish the 5th season.
yeah.
So, and that book was beautiful, masterpiece. That's a Van Gogh type of book. Perfect.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what we're gonna do. How do we get through more books? I need to be reading 24/7 at this point.
At this point, and it's like even the audiobooks aren't going fast enough. I just want to download the files to my brain so it can just be hard drive.
Right. People are talking to me and I'm like, okay, what's going on in Strange Dreamer right now?
I just want it to be playing all the time. But I really think like I've never heard someone really drag Strange the Dreamer except one person, and
Mhm.
they read both books and they like the second one better. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you're a dreamer and you like the whimsical thing, you'll love Strange the Dreamer. But if you're into gore and murders and bodies dropping, then you do get it in Muse of Nightmare. So I feel like there's something in this book to satisfy everybody. But
Mhm.
unless you had a really demented childhood, you're gonna love it.
I think I like whimsical. Like I like the magic elements of
I
things.
could have never thought to like the way he dreams in this book, like it's so vivid. And I'm like, my dreams aren't even this damn nice. He made me want to like try to think of something beautiful when I was going to sleep just so I can dream something.
I don't really dream that often, which I know is so okay. I might be dreaming and I just don't remember it, but I don't really remember dreaming. Like, okay, so like out of like 7 nights, I might dream like 2 or 3 of them, or like remember dreaming 2
Yeah,
or 3 of them.
same. I think I'm the same way.
I think it's because when I'm so tired, I just don't either. I don't dream or I'm too knocked out to remember.
I
Summer,
think I feel like a log.
right? Summer of Salt was so good. It was my first introduction into that sort of genre. I'm not sure what to call the genre. I've heard people say there's something wrong with the term magical realism. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I would have considered it, magical realism. Why don't people like that term?
I don't know. That's what I consider Strange the Dreamer, magical realism.
Oh, I'm gonna love it then. I think I love magical realism because that's what Black Girl Unlimited is.
Yeah, really, it is. So yeah, I think that's probably why I really love that aspect of the book. But just thinking about it has me happy.
I
You
just
have to.
like I just the I just we need to talk. I feel like we didn't get a chance to really talk about that book.
We have to. We have to convince everybody to read it and then do a live show. But everybody's busy in July, so maybe in August we'll be like spamming everybody's timeline. Read Black Girl Unlimited so they can come talk to us about it
Yes.
because it's definitely something everybody needs to read.
It,
And then I personally like A Court of Thorns and Roses, like that whole series. I
mhm.
think that people should read it. I enjoyed it.
I'm down to read it. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So I'm down to read it. I've heard like everybody loves that that series. So I think I have to read. I want to just read all the popular books. So if I don't like it, I know I don't like it. You know?
Yeah. Hmm.
Like
But
I
there's
know
certain like
now,
authors that you just kind of get used to their style of writing. So
yeah. I know now, like I don't know. I don't know how to feel about A Darker Shade of Magic because I started it and I'm like, I'm only like 3 hours from the end. But I don't really want to. Like the only reason I don't want to finish it is to have another book on my Goodreads challenge because I'm so behind. It's not to actually read the story.
so you're not loving A Darker Shade of Magic?
No, it's not what I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a weird book. Like I don't know. I don't know how to feel with that. It's not what I expected it to be. And so now I just and then I was like, you know, a book you know you're really not into a book if you're sitting there thinking, why am I reading this? Like, why am I reading this? Who is
Yeah.
this for? What is this? What is this for? I'm not sure. It was something about the genre of magical realism being taken from other cultures. I tried to read up on it a little after seeing people talk about it, but I'm still not sure. I don't know. I thought that was like an okay term phrase thing. I don't
I
know.
feel like in the book community, things change in the flick of an eye, so it's really hard for me to keep up with what's being canceled or what's currently being dragged, especially because I don't do a lot of research on my books and I don't always read the synopsis and I'm not like digging up authors to see if they tweeted something stupid. Like, so it's hard for me to like know. Like, for example, I read American Dirt and before I saw all the catastrophic drama around it. And then I'm sitting here like, well, it was a good book.
What happened?
Okay, so like American Dirt is a story about a mother and her son trying to get out of Mexico and they're trying to immigrate into the US. So they're crossing the border like illegally and they're doing it in a dangerous way because she
Mhm,
has to run from a cartel. And the story itself as a fictional story was really good.
mhm,
But I didn't realize that the author was white. So people were dragging the book and then Oprah made it her monthly book club and they
mhm,
were attacking Oprah and then the lady who wrote the book got a really big advance. They were dragging her. They're like, "How are you white? Like you've never been to Mexico, you've never lived in Mexico, anything." So I get that. Like the book is not authentic, and so it probably wasn't her story to tell. But if
yeah.
you're going into the book looking for authenticity, I don't think you're gonna find it. But as a story, like in general, I think
Mhm,
it's pretty good. But I can't say, oh, the Mexic or the Spanish wasn't real, or the description of Mexico wasn't real because I've never been to Mexico. So
mhm,
I mean, but I feel like there's so many like, for example, Six of Crows is Lee Bardugo. She's a white woman. It's based off Russian. Like everybody in there is kind of like Russian, and she's never been to Russia.
mhm,
So I mean, if you're not gonna drag her for imitating a Russian culture, then I mean, I feel like everybody does it. There's so many white authors that write about the black story, like White Rage or White Fragility,
mhm.
written by white authors. They do it all the time.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about it because me too. I am like most of my books. I think no most okay. I think a lot of the books that I read that I enjoyed are actually written by like problematic people. Like even people have an issue with the 10,000 Doors of January by Alex C. Harrow because it's like kind of about this mixed girl, but if you read the book, it's like it's really complicated because she's mixed, but not in the way that we think. And so like it's complicated, but like as you're reading it, it is kind of like as the experience of a mixed person in America.
Uh
But,
huh.
but like kind of though, like not really though. So like I don't know. I get why other people have issues with it, but I love the book. I don't want to tell you I love the book. Like
The story was actually really good. Like she's an author, so I'm not gonna say oh her writing was trash. If you're Mexican and you're like oh that wasn't a great depiction of Mexico, that's good, but it doesn't take away from the storyline and the plot. The storyline and the plot was there, and I can't lie. But like when I did my review on it, I did put own voices recommendations in the like description. So like if you're looking for something authentic, like you can look here and read those. But like as a book, it was a good book. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah, no, that makes like I feel the same way. Like I don't do that much research on my authors or my books, and I don't want to because I don't want to spoil the book, but I wish I did know more. But like I don't want to spoil the books for myself. So what do I do?
I'm feeling bad for everybody who read the Harry Potter series because it is a bad time to be a Harry Potter stan right now.
So
It is
I was just getting into them, so I've read like the first 3 books, and so I have the rest to go, and I have the box set, but it's useless, pointless now. Like absolutely. I wish I literally just bought the box set like maybe like a few months ago, like right when COVID was starting. I could have just saved a little bit before then. I could have saved my money. Like I could have just waited it out. Like I can't believe it.
It's like, what's the point of throwing it in the trash? Like they already got their check off you. Okay, they already got their royalties. You already bought it. So I don't know.
I just won't promote it. Like if I do end up reading it, I just won't like promote it. I don't think I'll put on my Goodreads or anything.
Just don't promote it. Don't let anybody else buy it. But I mean, like you already spent the money.
I kind of don't even want to put that much energy into reading her work anymore. So I'm like, can I just watch the movie? But is that going to give her a coin if I watch the movie? Like, how do I go about it? Oh, you know what? What if I just get the movie from my library? If I get the movie from my library, then it won't be giving her a coin, right?
You are such an honest person because I was going to be like, girl, pirate it. She can't make money if you stole it. But
I'm dead. No, don't be giving you viruses on your computer. That's the main. Oh, you know what? I have a fire stick though. I do have a fire stick.
I'm like, people steal movies on. Just steal it from her. That's how you get back at them.
Oh my gosh! No, yeah, I don't want
to this down in the chat. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm so sorry I had to write my rambly and intelligent review on Grease for the masterpiece that I just read. I'm exhausted and have to babysit tomorrow, but you both are amazing. Good night. Good night, Sydney. Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow and we'll talk about like the book. I tell you on that I don't read up on authors or things before picking up a book either, and it's so hard to keep up with just all the discourse on things. Yeah,
like one tweet and the world descends into chaos, and I'm like, I don't think authors or the president should have a Twitter. I think that they should stop that.
I don't think that they should be ran by them. Like it shouldn't be real Twitter. Like they should have their own like private.
You're tweeting your personal thoughts on your business account. That's bad business.
It's bad. I see a lot. Like okay, even with me, like my school, people hate this when I talk about my school. I don't care. I love my school, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Like we have a lot of like how do I describe it? Like we have a lot of how do I say this politically correct? Like officials, like school officials that are on Twitter, and sometimes I think that they get themselves into like trouble because, and this is your personal Twitter, but also like you have your school official, so you need your own. What is it called on Instagram when you have your own your like Finsta? They need like a I don't know what the word for me, like a fake Twitter, like
they need to separate that or something, or just not tweet it. That's an option,
or not tweet problematic stuff. Yeah, probably better. Maybe put in your notes or something. I think people need to give people a bit of a break. It shouldn't be offensive to join a book, especially if you didn't know about issues before going into it. Yeah,
that's kind of how it was. Like I unfortunately gave into the narrative that this white woman could make $500,000 telling a Mexican story. And so I am sorry about that. But I'm not going to lie and say, oh, the book was trash. Especially because my black ass don't know Spanish. So I can't be like, oh, that Spanish wasn't even real because all I know is hola. So I want to support y'all. I am here for the fight, but don't give me the mic. Okay?
I feel like I wonder like how she read, like how did she do this process of writing the book? Because like, okay, like I've been to Mexico like a bunch of times. Like I live really, really close. But I could never write that story. So I wonder like what
So
made her.
here's my other dilemma. As somebody who I study history, I also study European history. So if
Mhm,
let's say I go all the way and get my doctorate degree in European history, I'm invested in the culture at this point. I've studied it. I may know more about European history than someone who actually lives in Europe if they're
mhm,
not academically aware or studying. So I'm not allowed to find inspiration from this culture that I've spent years studying to ever write a book or a story about them. Like I get the difference between having own voices, but you can have field experts. I feel like there's a lot of white people who know a lot about black culture that may know more than me because they've studied it for years. So this is where I am, where what if she went to school for it? What if she studied it for years? What if she was really invested in the culture?
mhm.
She's never allowed to pull inspiration from it. She didn't name it, like she made it a fictional story. Like she literally said, "Hey, I made all this shit up." So it's in the right genre.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, I think that I don't know if I particularly have a problem with them creating those books. I think it just sucks that those are the books that, get like the Oprah Awards, or those are the books that are making, millions of dollars.
Right.
Our own voices aren't. I think it would be fine if I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't think the blame, I don't know if the blame should be on the authors or more
It
on
should be on the publishing companies that actually push these. Like, if the platform was equal, then I could see that. Or like,
Mhm,
but I get if she's outshining own voices, yeah, that's unfair. But
mhm.
is it her fault that they gave her this big old advantage? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I think I'm like, what are your credentials? Like, why do you feel like you can write this story? And if you can come back and say, oh, yeah, I've studied, specifically immigration,
This,
illegal
yeah,
immigration into the US from Mexico, like, I'll say, okay, well, you know what? That's also complicated. I don't feel like I'm even in the place to say that's okay. So let me do like Black Americans, right? Like, if you've
yes.
studied Black Americans, as a whole, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Like, for Black Americans, how do I feel? Um, I just can't see it being done well, though. I think that's the hardest part for me. Like, I just don't see it being done well. So then I guess I understand everybody else's point.
I mean, like with the book Right Fragility, everybody was in love with it until they realized it was written by a white person. There was black people promoting this book
Mm-hmm.
that was like, this is the book that shows what we go through. This is the book you need to read to be educated and to be aware. And then
Mm-hmm.
you found out that it was written by a white person, and now all of a sudden the book has no credentials anymore. You loved it 5 minutes ago.
Right. Yeah.
So such a tricky situation. But if
Mm-hmm.
we're going to talk about how it's unfair that they made so much money when there's other people who wrote equal amount of books that are actually invested in the community and they didn't make that much, we're going to talk about that type of unfairness as far as pays and like promotions. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think that takes away from the credentials of the book.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Like, okay, let me think about like, I don't know. Like, I feel like on some level it is problematic to write about these like deeply traumatic experiences, or like deeply like I don't know how to explain it. Like, these experiences that you really can never understand unless you're in. But if it's fictional, it's fiction, I don't
Yeah.
know. Don't quote me, everybody who's on the line. Don't quote me because I don't know.
But she didn't talk about the way a cartel works or like how they move their drugs or like her aspects of the cartel is literally stuff that you see on the news. Like, okay, this person was green lighted, her family was shot up in her home, and now she's running. Like, it was just a general cover of, okay, this is what we think when we think of the situation. Now, if she was trying to explain, like, you know what I'm saying, how cartels work and what they mean to the community, I feel like that definitely would be overstepping her boundaries. But she didn't go into much detail.
Yeah. I don't know. Although I also understand when people bring up and talk about problematic things in books, it's also complicated. Reading shouldn't be so complicated. I don't know, because I feel like, yeah, like I wish it wasn't too complicated. I don't know. I feel very like I don't know how to feel about it, because I am definitely like like I don't believe in separating the art from the artist. Like, you know, like with the whole R. Kelly situation, like, no, like we're not listening to him. Like he's canceled. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why is this a question? Like, what do you mean? So, but then also, I guess maybe it's like, is there a spectrum? I feel like
Yeah.
it should be on a spectrum.
I don't know if I can separate the art from the artist.
Mm-hmm.
I I think it comes down to like a situational kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If the author's beliefs are reflected in their artwork, then I don't separate it.
Okay.
Like if we call this person anti-Semitic or we call this person racist, and then we can find anti-Semitism in their work or racism in their work, then
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is show and proof. But I do think that there are some situations where authors or creators just literally create something, and I feel like having an imagination is such a wild thing that may not always be. It may be what they're aspiring to be, or like what their vision of the perfect world would be, and so it's something that's completely different from them. So
Yeah.
I'm like in the middle. Like if you say that okay, this person's racist and don't read their work, and you can show me that it's reflected in their work, then I'm all for you because I mean it's theirs. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like I'm in the middle.
I think that like I think that for me, I guess it's not so much that like maybe it's not separating the art from the artist, but maybe it's I don't know. For me, maybe it's like I don't want to financially support people that I feel like are problematic. Like I don't want to
Right.
be adding any more coin to your pocket. So, but it is. I feel like for me, it is a spectrum because some people I feel like okay, like what you've done is terrible, but it's not that bad at the same time. Like there's worse things, and there's
That
other
you could
people.
have done. Yeah.
Yeah, then there's like R. Kelly's where it's like, yeah, no, I can't forgive you. Like, what are
The
you
man
talking about?
has 12 lives, and I just don't understand how he made it this far.
I don't know. So that's why I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like I really have read a lot of problematic people. Like even like the guy that wrote Ender's Game, Orson Scott Card, he's got some issues. Like I think and then people I don't know the controversy with Rainbow Rowell, but even Rainbow Rowell technically had some kind of controversy, but I don't know what happened with that.
It's hard to keep up with everybody at this point.
Hi, Kristen.
Bye.
Okay, so do you want? Yeah. So how many more should we do? Should we do like one last one?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into the Priory, see how
Okay.
far I get.
Okay, I'm gonna get back into this. I am geeked. I'm excited to go back into it. Okay, we're getting back into it. I'm gonna mute myself. Okay. Hey, Kristen.
I really like it. I like the way it started off.
You do? That's good. What did
It
you
just
get to?
jumped me. I got to 15. It just jumped me right into the book. I love it.
Okay, I love when books do that. I got to 63 in here. This is a, you have to read this, Monae. Like, this is a wild ride. You have to read it.
Send it to me. Oh, I watched the video. I
Okay.
watched the video.
Um, I think really depends on what it is because there's reading for all sorts of different reasons. But when reading solely for enjoyment, I don't want to feel guilty for having enjoyed something. Good point. Good point. I'm going to read Priory too. I guess I'm reading it too because you just said it started, right? Like it jumps you right into the story. That's what I like.
It's a big book though. It's hard to like hold up. So I think I'm gonna be laying that down while I'm reading because my hand kind of hurts.
Yeah. I don't know. Like big books make it it's hard for me to read big books sometimes because I'm like I could have read two or three books in the span of this one book.
Yeah, true. But what if it's a really good one?
Yeah, good point. Good point. Oh yes, I can dive back into Black Girl Unlimited. Yes, yes.
I'm
How
so
like
happy that you're loving it.
where are you at now? Like what page are you on? It is so good. It is so good. I knew I okay, how do I say this? Like I felt like I would like Black Girl Unlimited, but some of the books are kind of like about Black girl experiences. Like some of them are just, like okay. But this was
Yeah,
an okay book. It was like
exceptional.
exceptional, yes. Yes, yes, yes. It was good. So, oh yeah, I was like, it's saying there's more, but I couldn't move. Do you recommend it so far, Mona? Yeah. Do you recommend it?
The Priory, right now, yes, I really do. It's starting at a 5 out of 5 for me right now.
Good. Already? Okay.
From the beginning,
Up on my list. Up on my list.
there was a dragon on page 4. What?
Bet. What are you reading? Okay, so I'm reading a secret TBR book because I'm doing a secret TBR. I was about to say it right now, so I'm really bad at this already. So it's good. I got to page 10. What are you reading?
She's reading the Priory.
Oh, you're reading Prior. Oh, you guys are reading. Oh, yeah, she literally just said that. You guys are reading it together. It
Mm-hmm.
does. This is still just so good. I just got to page 38. Yes. Yes. I'm glad you like
She's
it.
gonna be so hooked that she's probably gonna stay up and finish it, or at least finish it tomorrow before the afternoon. She's gonna be so addicted to it.
I think I'm going to stay up and finish this. So we'll all be up. Yes, Kyrie.
Are you
How,
loving it? I
yeah, how are
am.
you feeling about it?
There was already like an unknown pop up, everything. I just love it. I have to try to get some sleep soon.
Yes, I have to try to get some sleep soon, but I'm definitely going to be picking it back up tomorrow. Might just drop the rest of my current reads and read the whole thing, right? Yeah, just do it. That's what I did.
Just
Just
do
do
it.
it. You won't regret it. Like you won't. Just get them. It's not going to take you that long, probably. If you're already at, what are you at 38? Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
I'd say about I gotta get some sleep because who knows when my 9-month-old will wake up. Very
True.
true. Get
I
some
also
sleep.
need to get some sleep so I can read tomorrow. I have schoolwork. That's fun.
I have schoolwork and then I have this program that I'm in, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna stop me from reading. What time is it? It's 1:17 here. I could probably do like 2 more hours.
It's 2:17 where I am. I'm not gonna make it.
I just need to read like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how much I'll read. I feel like I should put it down now and just finish it tomorrow because it's like at a good point. But I'm like hooked. Like, what is gonna happen? It's good. I literally just read the first chapter, but I'm loving it so far. Excited to get to know these characters.
Right? Oh my god, we have to discuss this book. I'm gonna be tweeting you as I read the chapters. Like, girl, guess what? I don't want to ruin it for you though.
Wait, so what is this about again? I'm like, I forgot already. Did you tell me about this one?
I don't know. I just know it had dragons and a female romance.
Okay. Okay.
But so far, there's this secluded like city, and they don't allow outsiders. And when outsiders sneak in, they kill them. So an outsider just popped up, and he's hiding. And then a dragon popped up. That's all I know so far. So I'm like, I'm excited about the dragon, but also, are you gonna catch this outsider and take his head? Because I would really like for you to do that.
That's so interesting. It's 3:17 a.m. here. That is so early. Okay, I'm interested in the outsider thing. Like that's it. I don't know if I'm into dragons yet. I need to like explore more. I need
Yeah,
to.
I think if they're written right, but I guess like there was this plague going around, so the leader of this island or wherever they are said no outsiders, just to like seclude the virus or whatever, or the plague. But even
Mhm.
after the plague was over, he never lifted the laws, so now it's just standard that you can't come into this place. And he swam here. I don't know how long he's been swimming, but he's tired and he's drenched in water. So I think he swam for a long time.
Why? Why is he
I have
there?
no idea. I have no idea.
I gotta wake up at 7, so I'm gonna head to sleep soon. But I really wanted to get started with prayer. Yeah, I'm gonna probably. I don't know. I'm not even gonna lie like that and say I'm probably gonna go to sleep soon. I have no idea.
I would say I was going to sleep, but here I am, probably gonna read the priory.
Right, we're gonna be in the chat like y'all. We're still up.
Yo, but I want to keep up with Kristen though. I want us to try to reach the same pace, but we'll see.
Yes, and we. Oops. Yes, and we will discuss. I'm gonna attempt to sleep now, but this was really good time. I hope you guys do more because I'm there. Yes, we'll
Thank
definitely do
you.
more. Okay, I feel like it's a good time to end now, but I'm gonna just text you.
Okay.
Okay, bye, y'all. Thank you
Good
so
night, everybody.
much. Bye.